There are two kinds of people in the world, my friend. Those with a rope around their neck and the people who have the job of doing the cutting. Listen, the neck at the end of the rope is mine. I run the risks.
The Chapman Automotive Group brings to you the good, the bad, and the ugly.
You may run the risks, my friend, but I do the cutting.
Find an extensive selection of high-quality vehicles at Chapman Automotive Group by going to ChapmanTucson.com today.
Chapman Automotive Group. Visit them at ChapmanTucson.com. Also, Ignition Sim Racing over there at the Williams Center, Broadway and Craycroft. Now that I'm done with vacation mode, I'm back to working.
You got your license back?
And I got my license back. I'm going to make my way over to Ignition Sim Racing. And I'm going to see what that's about, man. I want to get in one of those seats and crash into walls. And because, I mean, it's pretty damn realistic, man. And so you got to be really, really careful when it comes to driving those things. So I can't wait, man. I'm excited. And Neb Jonas is just a great dude. Does so much for the city of Tucson and does a lot for Chapman Automotive Group. So visit them at ChapmanTucson.com, your number one source of new and used cars in southern Arizona. All right, so starting off with the good. Andrew, feel free to chime in if you have any, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm doing a twofer because Ali's not here, and that's just how I roll. My good, my good is Tucson, Arizona. And Tucson, Arizona is such a fantastic place. And tomorrow is 520 day, right? 520, Tucson's area code. And, I'm doing a project, as I do every year, for the Arizona Daily Star and Tucson.com, where I highlight 5 awesome Tucson athletes and then 20 others who did a lot of really good things, but maybe not as prominent as the 5, right? So 5 and then 20. And I was going through the list of people, and I mean there were a couple that I had to leave out that did a lot of really good stuff. But man, looking back at the year that was for Tucson, Arizona, the 5 that I highlighted were America Caceres, who is a Pueblo High School basketball star. The girls basketball star, she broke the Arizona State scoring record with 2,932 points, passing former Catalina Foothill standout Julie Brazzi, who's now on Becky Burke's staff with the Arizona women's basketball team. Caceres also had 630 rebounds, 470 steals, and 240 assists. She signed to go play for Todd Holtas and the Pima Aztecs women's basketball team that just won a national championship. So
Hell yeah.
Todd, once again, getting an absolute superstar on his team. And, I mean, she's awesome, man. She's arguably the greatest basketball player in Arizona high school history as a girls basketball player. And coming from Pueblo High School down there on the south side, it's great, especially when you think about the wrestling that is going down on the south side, too. Sergio Vega making history, the Oklahoma State freshman and former Sunnyside High School wrestling star, won the 141-pound NCAA Wrestling National Championship in Cleveland, I think like last month. Vega beat Jesse Mendez, a 2-time national champion and 3-time All-American at Ohio State, 4-1 following a takedown in overtime. Vega snapped Mendez's 31-match win streak, and Vega is the first freshman to cap an undefeated season with a national championship since Oklahoma A&M's Dick Hutton in 1947. Vega went 24-0 in his first season with the Cowboys. And that's not just the other Sunnyside great, Audrey Jimenez. And by the way, April 2nd is Audrey Jimenez Day, so we missed that. Shout out to Audrey for having her own day in Pima County, which is awesome. She won the 110-pound national championship at Lehigh. And before she went to Lehigh, she was the first girl to win an Arizona State Wrestling Championship in the boys division. She won the Division I state championship at 106 pounds and defeated 4 male competitors. Prior to her historic feat, she also won 3 straight individual titles at the girls level. So, Audrey Jimenez is a badass. At Sunnyside Wrestling, again, another banner year, both at Sunnyside and also their alum. And then some other Tucsonans to highlight. Bryce Cotton, he was named the NBL MVP for the 3rd straight season, and that's his 6th MVP honor, which ties Andrew Gaze, the award, the guy that the award is named after. So eventually we might have to end this. We might have to start calling the Bryce Cotton Award, because this guy is like the Michael Jordan of Australian professional basketball. Had a great year for the Adelaide 36ers, and he's making a lot of money playing over there in Australia. So Bryce Cotton get MVP once again. And then last but certainly not least, Bijan Robinson. He
Who's
led
that?
Bijan Robinson, the Atlanta Falcons running back who played at South Point Catholic. In my opinion, the greatest Arizona high school football player of all time. Certainly the best running back to come out of the state of Arizona. And Bijan led the NFL in yards from scrimmage with 2,298. And that's a Falcons franchise record, by the way. Bijan Robinson eclipsed the 2,000-yard mark in his homecoming game against the Arizona Cardinals in Glendale. His 1,478 yards, rushing yards, ranked 5th in the NFL this season. Robinson was named a Pro Bowler for the second straight season and an All-Pro selection for the first time in his career.
And that's on top of being a video game character in high school.
Yes. Yeah, so, I mean, and I just go down the list of all the other athletes like Kadeem Carey retired from the CFL this year. You know, you have Isla Collins from South Point Catholic, the girls flag football player. She's a freshman quarterback in South Point's first year as a girls flag football program. They win a state championship. And she's a freshman, just slinging it. She's playing defense, too. She's all over the place. Nick Gonzalez playing for the Pittsburgh Pirates, also representing Mexico at the World Baseball Classic. Colton Meyer from Miranda becoming Southern Arizona's all-time passing yards leader. Mason White, the South Point Catholic baseball player who hit the go-ahead RBI for the Arizona Wildcats in the college in the Super Regional a year ago. Like, I mean, there's just so much.
It was a great game.
It was a great game at North Carolina.
Yeah.
And that's when Tony Pluta showed the size of his cojones,
Yeah.
dragging him off the field.
I was cooking some. This has nothing to do with the story, but I was cooking eggs during that, and I let one burn because Tony was doing his thing.
Yeah.
I was like, damn it, but yeah, hell yeah.
So many great moments in Tucson. So yeah, that's my good. Just Tucson, Arizona. You know, we're going to talk more about this list tomorrow for 520 Day, but man, Tucson, Arizona, the sports we have here, and that does not include the Sugar Skulls, FC Tucson, the Tucson Roadrunners, and their 10th season, all the great state championships. I mean, Tucson, Arizona, you have a lot to be proud of. I'm very, very honored to be a part of this community. And then Victor Wembanyama, we talked about him. I mean, wow, just unbelievable. 41 points, 24 rebounds. Historic performance by Victor Wembanyama. And you know what? That's going to be one of many historic performances that we see in his career. All right, now let's get to the bad. Jackson Smith Najigba, the guy who won Offensive Player of the Year, right? The great wide receiver from the Seattle Seahawks. And the NFL sent him his award, and they accidentally said Defensive Player of the Year. On the trophy, it says Defensive Player of the Year.
Heck yeah.
And I feel so bad for him.
Why?
Well, because
It's the same award. I think that's better.
he won
I would love that. I got Defensive Player of the Year, and I never even played a snap on defense.
Well, it's also the award is also missing a space in the year. So the year is one word. It's spelled THEYEAR. There's no space.
That's awesome.
So it's Defensive Player of the Year.
That's rad.
And
What are you talking about? That's incredible.
And he's just like, he's so mad. He's just like, you know what? Keep the award. And I'm like, no. You keep the award and you demand the NFL to send you a new one, but you keep that one.
If that really made him mad, I think he's got bigger fish to fry.
Well, and also, here's another thing, too. And we cannot say this, one, because of I'm a white guy. Number two, we get kicked off the air if I say this word. But just look at what Drewski said during the NFL awards ceremony when he mispronounced his name, but he did it on purpose.
Oh.
And that kind of ruined the moment for him. And Drewski came out and apologized. He was like, listen, I was just trying to be a funny guy. My bad. So I'm like, messing up his name on purpose for the award ceremony to be a funny guy, and then the NFL sends him this award. JSN is probably like, you know what? Let's just move on to next year. I'm done with this freaking award. But anyways,
well, I'm sorry his feelings got hurt. I hope he gets better.
I hope he gets a new trophy.
Yeah. I hope maybe he can make a couple $1 million doing something that is a lot of fun. Anyway,
another bad that I have to touch on is Brendan Sorsby, the Texas Tech quarterback that's out indefinitely due to his gambling addiction. Texas Tech came out, said that he's going into a facility. He's getting treatment. The NCAA has investigated Brendan Sorsby, and we're talking about gambling that goes all the way back to 2022. He was gambling on Indiana football before Indiana football was good. When Indiana football was losing a lot of games, he was betting on the Hoosiers. Another thing that I found so interesting about this situation is he was betting on baseball pitches at games. He would go to Cincinnati Reds games and be like, all right, I think this next pitch is going to be a strike. Ooh, I think this next one's going to be a ball. He's essentially playing roulette at a baseball game. And he was betting $2, just a bunch, but it accumulated over time. And then there are more documents that have come out. This man, Brendan Sorsby, was betting on the Turkish Basketball League, Romanian soccer games, obscure doubles tennis matches, and the Nathan's famous hot dog eating contest. And I'm like, hey, man, if you're not betting Joey Chestnut, what are you doing? So did he bet like an absurd amount of money on Joey Chestnut? Which is like
over 70.5 hot dogs.
Yeah. This guy was betting on the Nathan's hot dog eating contest, in addition to pitches at a baseball game, live. And now Brendan Sorsby's agents are coming out saying, no, we did medical testing. He's got something in his brain that's causing him to gamble. There's something in him he's got a medical disorder where he just gambles too much. And I'm like, where was that energy at for my guy Ipe, the translator? Right? Where was that message? Where's Michael Jordan at, right? Come on now. That's soft. I heard that. I was like, that's so soft. The man, where is accountability? Where is accountability?
I'm so sorry, Mr. Sorsby, but it appears you have a case of gambleitis.
No! Is it like, are we talking about like early? Can I fix it? It's like,
I bet you $5 I can fix it.
Can I put an ointment on it? So, it's crazy. I'll bet you $5 I can fix it.
It's worse than I thought.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, yeah, jeez Louise, Brendan Sorsby. Anyways, my ugly is, one, Rory McIlroy. Someone yelled USA at him during one of his shots at the PGA Championship. Not during his backswing. It was after a shot. Rory did not like that. Because Ryder Cup or whatever, and Rory actually tried to get that fan kicked out. As great of a golfer as Rory is, and like I like Rory, and he has these moments where he's just so soft, and he is so just short-fused, and I'm like, dude, it's the gallery, expect people to heckle you. That's not the worst thing that you've heard, Rory McIlroy. Secondly, so I went on a golf trip, as you guys know, and the first course that we played at was the Ledges at St. George, Utah. And there were 4 groups in front of us of buddies, and they were all kind of like frat-looking guys, and all in their early to mid-20s. And they have like a Ryder Cup thing where half of them wear maroon shirts, the other half wear black shirts. And I thought it was like a kind of cool thing. Like, okay, all these 16 buddies, they all golf here, good brotherhood, camaraderie. Like, I kind of dig it. But they were in front of us, and man, did they take forever. I mean, they were like reading every single putt. They were not playing ready golf. The marshal actually got on them and chewed their asses out many times on the golf course. And the marshal came over and apologized to us. And there were 3 groups at the tee box with us. 3 other golf groups at the tee box with us while we were waiting for these guys to finish up. And one of the guys told Alex in our group, he's like, you think you could hit those guys on the green? And he was like, nah, I'm probably just going to lay up. I got like a 5 hybrid. It was like a 280-yard par 3 or something like that. It was a long hole, or a par 4. But it was a drivable. It was a drivable green, right? But you have a goalie, so it's better to lay up. And my guy Alex smoked one and put it right on the green, 8 feet from the pin, and it went kind of near the guy. And then when we went up, the guy was like, "What's the hurry, fellas?" And we got into a shouting match with these guys.
Nice.
And I was like, "Damn, we're about to fight a bunch of frat bros at this golf course." And the second we lit into them and the marshal came up and also started chewing them out as well, once they realized, like, oh, crap, we're the problem, they started picking it up. It was so funny. Their pace of play was perfect after that. So, anyways, pace of play, guys. Ready golf. Play fast. Even if you're playing bad, just play fast.
Sure.
Play take a drop.
I can't be responsible for all the windows, right?
Exactly. Take a drop. Do whatever. If you're going to play bad, play fast. That's all we ever ask for. Anyways, that is it for the good, the bad, and the ugly. Brought to you by Chapman Automotive Group. We appreciate Chapman Automotive Group for everything they do for Tucson, Arizona, and for Spears and Ali.